Traffic was moving fast that evening. Horns, engines, impatience everywhere. No one expected anything unusual to happen on that road. But then, out of nowhere, cars began to slow down. A few slammed their brakes. Drivers leaned forward, confused, annoyed. In the middle of the road stood a small, dirty dog, right between lanes, refusing to move. He wasn't barking or running away like most strays would. He was standing still, shaking slightly, staring straight ahead as if stopping traffic was the most important thing he would ever do. At first, people were angry. One driver shouted out the window. Another laid on the horn. Everyone thought the same thing. The dog was going to get himself killed. But then someone noticed something strange. The dog kept glancing back, again and again, toward the concrete divider in the center of the road. Not once did he look at the cars. Not once did he panic. It was like he didn't even see the danger around him. Before I continue, take a moment to like this video and subscribe if stories like this matter to you. On Logic Unlocked, we share real moments that prove compassion still exists. Your support helps these stories reach more people. A woman sitting near the front of the stopped traffic opened her door and stepped out carefully. As she moved closer, the dog immediately shifted his position, standing more firmly, placing himself between her and whatever was behind him. His body was tense, but his eyes weren't aggressive. They were afraid. Afraid of losing something. That's when she saw it. Right against the divider, partially hidden by shadows, was a tiny baby wrapped in an old hoodie. Completely still. No crying, no movement, just a fragile little life left in the most dangerous place possible. The woman froze. The dog pressed closer to the baby, his body curved protectively around it. He didn't growl. He didn't snap. He just made it clear. This child was not alone. Traffic had now fully stopped. People got out of their cars. Someone called emergency services. Another person grabbed a blanket. The noise faded, replaced by silence and disbelief. The dog lowered himself beside the baby, pressing his thin body against it, trying to share warmth, trying to do the only thing he knew how to do. No one knew how long the baby had been there. Minutes, longer, but everyone knew one thing. Without that dog, the outcome would have been very different. When police arrived, they blocked the road completely. Paramedics rushed in, moving fast but carefully. The dog stayed close, watching every hand, every movement. When a paramedic gently lifted the baby, the dog followed, limping slightly now that the adrenaline was wearing off. He looked exhausted, but he didn't stop. At the ambulance, a firefighter wrapped the baby in a thermal blanket. The baby finally cried, a soft, weak sound, but enough to make everyone breathe again. The dog let out a small whine, as if answering back. At the hospital, doctors confirmed the baby would survive. Cold, dehydrated, but alive. Safe. And through it all, the dog stayed nearby, curled up against the wall, eyes never leaving the room. What shocked everyone was learning that the dog had no owner. No collar, no microchipi. He was underfed, scarred, clearly a street dog who had already been through more than most. And yet, when the baby cried, the dog lifted his head every time. News spread quickly. Videos of the stopped traffic went viral. Millions of people asked the same question. How did he know? How did this dog understand that stopping cars could save a life? Some said it was instinct. Others said it was fate. But the people who were there knew better. This wasn't panic. This was a decision. 2 days later, authorities confirmed the baby would be placed into care. The details were complicated, emotional, and painful. But what mattered most was that the child had a future. And the dog, he never left the hospital entrance. Nurses fed him. Guards looked the other way. Everyone agreed on one thing. He had earned his place. Eventually, a family stepped forward and adopted him. They named him Guardian. Today, he sleeps in a warm home. No longer hungry, no longer afraid. And sometimes, when visitors come over, he sits quietly near a crib, watching, alert, calm, protective. Heroes don't always look the way we expect. Sometimes they're small, shaking, and standing in the middle of the road, stopping the world for someone who can't protect themselves. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And let us know in the comments what you think went through that dog's mind in that moment. This is Logic Unlocked, and this was a life saved because one dog refused to move.